And welcome back, everyone. I'm here again with Lisa Rogers, design and style expert for Dunpar Homes. Now, we were talking before the break about the new trends coming in. So let's kind of keep going on with that. We're going to see some pictures of kitchens and stuff like that. So let's talk about, you know, what's new in the kitchen scene.
It's interesting. I love that. Actually, what I've really noticed in kitchens, too, that I love, again, looking at this picture, is that eclectic mix in the cupboards.
Right.
What's happening now, and you're finding, is that you may have cabinets around your stove that wrap around the walls that might be of a certain kind of wood, but your island is another entirely different color. And there's this mix, but it's very much in organic, natural woods, as you can see. Do you see there's the play of pattern between what I love, which is concrete. You're seeing a lot of concrete floors, concrete countertops. You're seeing a lot of natural woods. You look at the floor. You mix all those beautiful elements together. And you can have a more contemporary cabinet, as you see in this, but you add an old world style with the table.
I'm loving the way that you're kind of mixing taking the best of the both worlds.
That's right, and adding richness with sisal carpets on the floor that again add another layer of richness and warmth to any kind of space. That's half of the fun, you know. You end up with this like beautiful template. They're a beautiful example
inside the house. Oh, lovely.
Yeah. I mean, just it's got almost sort of a very beautiful Moroccan influence in the chandelier, which I loved. Lots of beautiful woods, lots of richness and comfort, touches of turquoise and things like the water in the sea. Now again, this is an area within Marilyn Dennis's house, sort of her sitting area, kitchen area with cabinets.
And again, I'm seeing that mustard color.
That beautiful lemony mustard color that I did. And of course, plants are always, I always love when people put beautiful plants back in their house again. And here again, you'll notice the richness in the carpet, but very comfortable chairs. You've got the wicker kind of an ottoman and that lovely table. And those are just branches off a willow tree in the back. But they're just natural. It's not as if it was whatever.
Oh, look at you there.
There I am. That's in my dining room in my home. That's right.
Wow,
they did a piece on me. So that's beautiful. Actually, it's changed significantly now since I did that because I love changing things. So I have a new chandelier now. I have new pictures on the wall. Table's the same. Chairs are different. But that's what's fun.
It's the accessories. It's just like the way you did here. You know, just kind of add a pillow or add some centerpieces
Switching
and
it
you can
out.
switch it all up.
That's right.
So how about people, I know that it's expensive as well to always redecorate, but for someone like yourself who's so experienced and you probably get bored very easily, but how about the average person who maybe wants to make that big change? What are some of the tips you can give them that would be a little bit more economical rather than going and spending a lot of money? What are little things they can do?
You don't have to. I think there's a few things. One is things like throws and pillows and baskets and these things are not expensive. And there's lots of wonderful stores across Canada now that offer all kinds of different price points. And just picking up a few things and changing the pillows or changing the blanket or changing the duvet cover, that's a really easy thing to do. And it's small and it's simple to do. And you know, it's very interesting. Paint on the wall.
I was going to say
paint goes a long way. You were talking about, you know, wallpapering. Wallpapering, if you have a little powder room on your ground floor and you want to change it out, you could go in there and put beautiful wallpaper and grass cloth or whatever you feel like. Changing a light, you know, changing a light fixture, or there's so many simple things you can do to just shake it up a little bit and change it. And I always say to people, the first thing you want to do, and we're talking about this, take everything away. All of the tchotchkes, all of the stuff, all of the clutter, everything. Take it away and put it in the cupboard. And start with a clean palette again. And then go from there. Just introduce things slowly. And make it so that it is more of, in fact, I'm doing a piece coming up on coffee tables. And how the coffee table is really like your dining room table. It sort of grounds the center of your living room. It is the focal point. And how do you dress a coffee table? It's not just to put your coffee cup on, but it's actually an opportunity to show certain things in a very well edited way. And what is really special about certain houses, and you may not realize it when you're looking, is it's so well edited so that there's not a lot, but what there is beautiful. So it's about pulling back and not feeling you have to put everything you own out.
Sometimes, you know, it's too much then.
It is, and I say to some people, you know what, for everything you put out, take something away. And make sure that you don't over clutter, because then you don't see anything. Unless it's one little cabinet and you have one little thing that you collect and you put it all in the cabinet. Right?
Well, I definitely urge everyone to kind of check out your articles and stuff, because you know what, a lot of the times it's very overwhelming, and people are they like to play it safe. You know, maybe they'll just go with the neutral. What about colors and stuff? Like, how do you kind of push someone to take that risk? I know, you know, people like to kind of stay very neutral and safe, but what are some of the...
Well, it is, and I think what you want to do is you want to identify first for you, what are your colors you love that feel comfortable to you, right? I mean, depending on the space you're in as well. For me, I mean, I love a warm white on the walls in a home because it frankly makes it appear bigger. Now, if you're trying to make a room look smaller, that's when, again, we talked about going with a darker color. But no, I don't think you should be frightened of color. I think like companies like Benjamin Moore that I'm a huge fan of, you know, they have such an incredible palette of colors, and you know, they'll give you samples, you can take them home. Depends very much too on which way the light is entering your home, whether you have a southerly exposure, a northerly exposure, because it affects the color in the room. So you need to try a few on the wall, live with them for a little bit, maybe put 3 or 4 samples, and see what really feels good to you. Or if you see a picture in a magazine, Canadian House and Home magazine, fabulous magazine, you can go online, you see something you love, take it out, put it on the wall, look at it for a while. If you still love it in a month and it still calls to you, then maybe follow that road for a while.
And take a little bit of a risk, I think. You know?
Well, it's like what you dress, right? But in paint is wonderful. You can change it. You can just try one wall with a color and see if it works. And then you go from there.
Excellent.
Have fun. And it's supposed to be fun.
Absolutely. I'm going to bring you back to do a fashion segment as well.
I'd love to.
And you guys can catch her on CityLine for Fashion Fridays.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that's going to be coming up. So thank you, Lisa. This was such a pleasure to have you in the studio.
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it.
So much.
It was
I
lovely.
appreciate it.
Lovely.
And you guys check it out. Go find out her information online, and you know, follow up with this lady.
Whatever. I'm around. I'm always around.
Great. Thank you. We'll be back with lots more.
Thank you.